Good evening, everyone. It's brilliant to see so many of you gathered here, not just to focus on the UK as an AI powerhouse, but crucially what that means here in Manchester. Now, this focus on place, and this place in particular, is so pertinent as we're at an exciting moment as a city when it comes to the role AI is playing in driving growth. Now, by way of introduction, my name is Liz Scott. I lead an organisation called the Turing Innovation Catalyst, or TIC, as we affectionately refer to it. We exist to develop the AI ecosystem in Greater Manchester, and we do that through a myriad of programmes and support initiatives. Admittedly, I could talk to you about that for hours, but instead, I'll briefly show you about 2 slides. And if you want to know more, you can find me later or have a look at what we do online. I'm also the strategic advisor to the Greater Manchester Combined Authority on AI ecosystem growth and development. Now, that is a bit of a mouthful, but in short, it's a new role designed to make sure that our ambitious combined authority is as connected to the wider AI ecosystem as possible. The reality of the work that I do means that I spend most of my waking moments thinking slightly obsessively about one question. How do we harness AI not just to build clever products and services, but to drive inclusive economic growth for this city region? The type of growth that creates good jobs, improves people's lives, and captures economic value right here in Greater Manchester. And I'm delighted to say that as a city, we're not just talking about that question, we are actively answering it. Let's zoom out for a second. Globally, AI investment hit over $200 billion in 2025, the highest level ever recorded. The US dominates, China follows, and the UK sits proudly in 3rd place, which for a small, and as we've seen today, incredibly rainy island, is not a bad showing. Now, that's the national picture. At a city level, Greater Manchester is now home to the largest AI cluster outside of the Golden Triangle. We've got an ecosystem valued recently at over $4.7 billion. That's more than 16 times what it was worth in 2020, 1/6. That's astonishing. We've got over 300 AI-first startups and scale-ups who've collectively, since 2021, raised over $750 million in venture capital money, as well as over 13,500 people working in AI in the city region. That is not a hobby ecosystem. That is not a regional hopeful. That's a serious scaling AI economy. And people often ask, why here? Why is this a city with so much momentum around AI? The answer is we've got the right raw ingredients. I cannot tell you how delighted I was to see Darren's slide on an ecosystem, because I am talking about that all day, every day. So to have it validated by the CEO of Microsoft feels kind of good, I'm not going to lie. Anyway, I've just mentioned the thriving population of AI-first companies, but in addition, we've also got no fewer than 7 universities, including the University of Manchester that you've already heard about, as a research-intensive powerhouse that gave the world some of Alan Turing's most important work on machine learning. The man who, let's not forget, was asking whether machines could think like humans long before we had Copilot, helping us out with meeting notes, interrogating our spreadsheets, and genuinely lightening the load. The University of Manchester alone houses numerous world-class AI research centres and over 900 AI academics. It produces over 2,500 AI data, machine learning graduates every year, and the vast majority of them choose to stay in this city because it's a great place to live. We've also got devolution powers that allow us to act locally and strategically, doubling down on AI innovation in public services, in health, in climate tech, the creative industries, and advanced manufacturing. And we've got something that doesn't show up particularly neatly in spreadsheets or slides. We collaborate. The intersection of higher education, industry, and public sector leadership here is real, it's active, and it's fast-moving. And TIC, the organisation that I lead day to day, is the perfect example of this. We're incubated within the University of Manchester, we're funded by both local and national government, and we're supported by tech companies large and small. This way of operating across the boundaries of public, private, and academic sectors means we're not constrained by how things have been done before. We can instead focus on what needs to happen next to deliver the most impact for this place and for the businesses and the people who are based here. But let's bring this down from ecosystem charts and stats to real impact, because what really excites me isn't just the valuation growth, it's transformation and real-world impact. So right here in Greater Manchester, we've been proud to support AI companies like Teachmate, who are helping over 400,000 teachers globally save over 50,000 days of admin time, giving them that time back to actual teaching. AI solutions that are cutting maritime fuel usage by up to 40%. Machine learning tools improving preoperative brain tumour imaging and supporting the diagnosis and management of neurodiverse conditions. AI-powered marketplaces optimizing energy consumption in homes. I could go on all day. These are things that are being built here in this city. AI is driving sustainability, AI is driving better public services and health outcomes, and importantly, AI is driving growth, both in the AI-first companies that are building these solutions, but also in the broader business space that is adopting them at pace. Our view at the Turing Innovation Catalyst is that if we get this right, with sustained investment, smart policy, and continued collaboration, by 2035, the Greater Manchester AI ecosystem will be worth over $15 billion. It will be supporting 25,000 direct AI jobs, creating another 75,000 jobs in associated spillover fields, and contributing over $25 billion annually to regional GVA. Apologies that they're all in dollars. This is just how we measure them so we can compare with our friends across the pond. Anyway, that's not incremental growth. That is transformation at scale. Now, Manchester's been in the press recently with Bloomberg proclaiming in no uncertain terms that Manchester shows what UK economic revival can look like, and calling us a rare bright spot for the UK economy. We were recognised earlier this week for the second year in a row as the UK's most AI-ready city. People are paying attention to what's going on here, and not just because our mayor might be the next UK Prime Minister. There are some specifics that you'll see come to life in the next 12 months or so that will add to the conversation about Manchester being a place where investments in AI can really flourish. We're super proud at TIC to have supported Andy Burnham's office in bringing to life Manchester as the UK's AI demonstrator, where AI innovation in public service delivery is developed and trialled, all of which is being kicked off at a dedicated summit here in the city next week. We have got the city's first hyperscale data centre coming online later this year, bringing additional global big tech investment into the city. At TIC, we're teaming up with some incredible world-leading industry partners to bring Manchester's first Edge AI incubator to life. And we're launching a dedicated network of global AI cities to make trade and collaboration easier with key global locations. So as a city, we are moving decisively, which hopefully will give all of you the confidence to do the same in your businesses. The adoption, adaptation, and growth powered by AI is not easy, but it is vital, and you're in the best place to do it. Thank you.